All right, so today we are diving into AI and innovation.
Oh, yeah. Always a fascinating one.
And you've given us quite the reading list for this deep dive.
Yeah.
We've got academic papers, coding textbooks.
Mhm.
We've even got a programming contest manual.
Yeah, it's going to be intense.
Looks like we're going deep on deep learning, am I right?
Absolutely. And it's a good thing because this isn't just, about like software updates or something.
Right.
This is big. We might be looking at a technological shift as big as the internet.
Right.
At least that's what this research paper online 9.pdf argues.
They actually call AI a potential general purpose technology, or GPT,
Mm.
kind of like electricity.
hmm
And you might be thinking, what's so special about that?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
Electricity wasn't just some cool invention. It like completely transformed how we live.
Yeah.
UPTs have that same potential. They're not just tools. They reshape entire societies.
So not just a fancy toaster oven then?
No, much bigger.
Okay, much bigger. But how does deep learning fit into all of this?
That's the engine driving a lot of these changes.
Okay.
This paper highlights a massive surge in AI patents since 2009, particularly in deep learning.
Wow.
It's like the world suddenly realized its potential.
That reminds me of something from the programming contest training manual online 5.pdf. Remember how C
What?
took over from C as like the language to know?
Oh, yeah.
It feels like deep learning is becoming that dominant force in AI.
And for good reason, early AI was impressive, but often limited to very specific tasks.
Right.
Deep learning is different. It's about training artificial neural networks on huge data sets,
Right.
allowing them to tackle much broader challenges. Think image recognition, natural language processing, even medical diagnoses.
It's like that aha moment when you finally grasp a new programming language.
Mm,
You know,
exactly.
like an online 2.pdf, suddenly you could build way more complex things.
Exactly. And just like those foundational programming languages unlock possibilities, deep learning is opening doors to solving problems we haven't even thought of yet.
Okay, so we've got this powerful new technology reshaping industries left and right. But what does that actually look like?
Well, the Tech Innovation Review article, online10.pdf, dives into some real-world examples of how AI is already impacting innovation.
This article, online10.pdf, it like jumps right into how AI is shaking things up.
Yeah.
And one example that really caught my eye was how companies are using AI for product development.
Okay.
And it's not just about like designing cooler gadgets or anything, but it's about understanding what consumers want sometimes, even before they know it.
Yeah, that's the power of deep learning at work.
Right.
Instead of relying on like traditional market research companies can now analyze massive data sets
Wow.
to identify emerging trends, predict consumer behavior.
It's like having a sixth sense for what people want.
In a way, yeah, you could say that.
This actually reminds me of those coding exercises in online 4.pdf, where you're learning to manipulate data.
Yeah.
Even something as simple as calculating compound interest.
Mm.
It's all about using algorithms to unlock insights that are hidden within data.
And just like those algorithms become more powerful with more data, deep learning thrives on those large unstructured databases.
Right.
Mentioned in the research paper, online9.pdf, access to quality data is becoming a key advantage in the world of AI.
Speaking of advantages, I was fascinated by how online 2.pdf tackled this whole myth about needing a PhD to work in AI.
Yeah.
They really emphasize that practical skills, especially in programming, are super valuable.
Absolutely.
It's more about building things than writing a thesis.
Absolutely. And those coding skills can open doors to incredible opportunities.
Yeah?
While the core algorithms for deep learning are often open source, it's the ability to apply those algorithms to real-world problems that truly sets people apart.
It's kind of like having the blueprint for a race car.
Okay.
Knowing how to build it, tune it, and ultimately drive it to victory.
Yeah.
That's what makes all the difference. But where do we go from here? What does the future hold for AI and innovation? So we've talked about like the present of AI, but what about the future? Where does it go from here?
That's the really exciting part, right? It's still early days.
Mm-hmm.
The Innovation Review article, online10.pdf, highlights some big open questions that researchers are tackling.
Okay.
Like, how does AI impact different types of innovation,
Yeah.
Can it help us make, like, incremental improvements, but also radical breakthroughs?
Right, because it's not just about making things better, it's about making like entirely new things possible.
Right, exactly. And then there's the whole question of how AI interacts with other emerging technologies.
Interesting.
Like, how does combining AI with the Internet of Things,
Yeah.
influence the decisions we make about products?
Wow.
We're talking about a whole new world of possibilities here.
And to navigate that world, like, We need some serious brain power.
We do.
I loved how the programming contest manual, online5.pdf, touched on that.
Yeah.
They talked about how advances in areas like graph algorithms and computational geometry could have a huge impact on AI.
It's all connected. You
It
see,
is, yeah.
they're seemingly abstract concepts from computer science.
Mm-hmm.
They're the building blocks for things like advanced robotics and even more sophisticated image recognition.
Wow.
We're talking about AI that can not only see the world around it, but truly understand and interact with it. A
Wow.
whole new level.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've seen how AI is already changing the innovation game.
Mm-hmm.
We've explored the power of deep learning. We've even looked ahead to the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. But before we wrap up, I want to bring it back to that initial idea of AI as a general purpose technology, the comparison to electricity.
It is a powerful analogy
Yeah.
because just like electricity revolutionized the 20th century, AI has the potential to reshape our world in ways we're only just beginning to imagine.
And that's what makes this so fascinating. We're not just talking about some cool new gadgets here.
No.
We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we live, work, and interact with the world around us.
It's huge.
It's an invitation to think big, be bold, and embrace the possibilities of this AI-powered future.
I love that.
And who knows, maybe you, our listener, will be the one to create those possibilities.
You never know.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
This was fun.
We hope you're feeling inspired to learn more and explore all that AI has to offer. Until next time, keep those minds curious.